Welcome to this training session on the RRVsmart applicator. Designed for road rail vehicles and on-track machines, the system brings proven GPS and radar technology from the agricultural sector into the railway environment. This approach allows for accurate calculation and consistent application of Interflon Clean OTR to the railhead, no matter the vehicle speed. The applicator gives operators complete control. Tanks can be switched, pumps started or stopped, and the product delivered accurately under varying conditions, including different gradients and while accelerating or braking. Safety is built in with an emergency stop, and a dedicated water cleaning cycle automatically flushes the pipes after use to prevent contamination and simplify maintenance. In this session, we'll cover assembly, operation, maintenance, and post-use procedures. Let's begin with the key safety and product highlights. The RRV applicator has been built with durability, precision, and user safety in mind. The key features include 2 100-litre HDPE plastic tanks for the Interflon Clean OTR, 1 20-litre tank for the rinsing system to hold clean water, electronic flow rate control to guarantee precise dosing of clean OTR, pressure monitoring and control to recognise pressure loss from burst hoses and pressure increases to warn the driver about blocked nozzles. Heating element. The viscosity of clean OTR is kept at the same level to guarantee even application rate. Speed flow rate control tracking through radar. Touchscreen control unit inside the driver's cab. Each individual tank is selectable. Tank fill level is shown. Data logging. Data reports can be exported and uploaded to customers' databases. Safety briefing. Before operating RRVsmart, always ensure you're wearing the appropriate PPE. Safety boots, nitrile disposable gloves, and safety goggles. Also have a spill kit to hand. Operate only on safe infrastructure under agreed track access with the proper permissions. Always flush the system after use, utilising the automatic water rinsing cycle of the machine to prevent clogging or chemical degradation. Do not apply clean OTR within 3 metres of the POE area, cast manganese crossing, or through the crossing nose. Step-by-step setup. Before travelling, make sure the equipment has been safely packed away to comply with road regulations. On arrival at site, it is important to disconnect the isolation key before commencing setup. Unit setup. If not already secured in the RRV, slide the unit into the back of the body of the RRV. Make sure that it is sitting centred and free from damaging any surrounding items, with clear space above allowing access to unscrew the tank lids. Using straps, secure the unit to the RRV body. Pipes and cables. Safely using the provided access holes at the rear of the RRV body, guide both pump pipes to each side through the floor of the body of the RRV, along with the radar, data and power cables. Electrical. Using the provided power source, connect up the Anderson plug, making sure it is tight and secure and neatly stored away from damage. Nozzle fitment. Start by attaching the brackets to the rear wheel mudguards. Once on and secured, adjust the brackets so that the windshield sits squarely above the head of the rail. Unscrew the nozzle and fit it to the bracket, making sure the pressure release valves face each other. Then measure and adjust the bracket height as required so the nozzle tip sits approximately 35mm above the rail head. The brackets lock securely in place by tightening the retaining screws. Radar fitment. Take your radar unit and make sure it is set to the 20-degree angle position. Using the magnetic fixings, attach the radar unit to the body of the RRV, keeping a height of 50 centimeters approximately from the ground. Make sure the cable is positioned at the top of the unit. Important, ensure the radar data cable is not hanging low to avoid it being damaged. User control unit. Run the cable from the unit to the front of the cab, if not already installed. following existing cable entry points. Power the unit from an existing cigarette lighter point and attach the unit in a secure place using the provided fixing bracket. Familiarise yourself with the touchscreen options on the control unit. On startup, the unit has 4 tabs or screens that can be selected: Main, Control, Manual, Info. Unit preparation. Before powering up the unit, start the RRV to prevent draining the vehicle's battery. On only the first operation, it's required to test the radar unit is in the correct position and the nozzles are fitted correctly. It is recommended to use water in the tanks at this point to prevent wasting product. 1. Fill both tanks up with around 20 litres of water. 2. Fill the water flush reservoir up with 20 litres of water. 3. Open up the pressure relief screw on each nozzle to release any air, then tighten the screw back up. 4. On the user control unit, using the manual tab, select a speed of 15 miles per hour. Then on the control tab, select a tank and switch it on. 5. You should now start to see water pumping through the pipes and coming out of the nozzles. Check to make sure they're both spraying water and it's spraying in an even pattern. If it looks different, stop the pumps, disconnect the isolation key and take the nozzles off to make sure no dirt is obstructing the nozzle head. This can then be cleaned out with the supplied nozzle cleaner. If the desired spray pattern is achieved, in the manual tab, select Override Speed back to 0 miles per hour. 7. Next, go to the Control tab, select the water flush and press On. Observe to make sure the flush cycle is working. This will last for 90 seconds. 8. Radar setup. Select the Control tab. Reverse the RRV along the rails to make sure that the speed is registering on the yellow dial. This ensures that the radar is monitoring the speed of the RRV. If the speed is not registering, double check the radar cable connection and radar unit height for 15 cm clearance and repeat. Once this registered, you're all set up to use the clean OTR product with the RRVsmart. If the unit is set up and ready to go, skip radar setup. Use the clean OTR transfer pump via the 12 volt supply and fill each 100 litre container with the desired mix ration, 100% or 50-50. System setup. User control setup. Main. This is the main screen which allows the user to input their requirements. Date and time should be auto set. All fields should be populated to ensure complete reporting at the end of the shift. Input the contamination level, selecting from none, light, moderate or heavy. Input the operator's name. Input the current weather, selecting from none, dry, wet, heavy rain or frost. Input the supervisor's name. Important, the application rate is set to 8.4 litres per mile as the default. This should only be changed with permission of your supervisor or line manager. Control. This screen is where you operate the unit by switching it on with the illuminated green button. Start the heaters, select the tanks, and it will also provide you with data on any faults. Select from the drop-down menu the product mixed ratio that is in each tank. The menu will show you how much product or water as a percentage is left in each tank. To operate, select the tank you want to use and press the on button, which will illuminate green. Any faults will show as a red light beside the pump. Important, in operation, when speeding up or slowing down the RRV, the flow rates will fluctuate to achieve the desired coverage. When speed is maintained, this will settle to a constant flow value. Manual. This tab allows you to override the radar sensor to activate the pumps to the desired speed. This option should only be used during setup or if the radar should fail to allow the application to be completed. Info. This tab provides information on who can be contacted for any issues or faults. Always remove the isolation key before working on the unit and when finished. There is an emergency stop button provided in case of emergencies, which will kill the power. End of use procedure. After operation, always flush the pump system with the water flush cycle. Remove the isolation key to power down the unit. Remove and securely store the nozzles and pipes. Remove and securely store the radar unit. If you choose to empty the product, the emptying valve can be operated to empty each 100 litre tank. Maintenance and troubleshooting. Routine maintenance is minimal but crucial for longevity and reliability. Inspect all hoses and connections for damage. Replace worn or damaged nozzles or fittings as required. Check cabling for any snags or damage. Storage. Ensure the RRV applicator is clean and dry before storage. All pipes and cabling should be safely stored to prevent damage. So let's recap. This RRV applicator system is highly precise with minimal maintenance. Its plug-and-play approach with clean OTR makes application easy and safe for longer distances. I hope you've enjoyed the training video. If you have any further questions, please reach out to Interflon Direct.